Three, two, one. Welcome back to another video in the power of the BI. That's right, welcome back to another video in the power of the BI. In today's video, we are going to be discussing how to integrate BI, business intelligence, into HR, human resources, or human resource management. As you all know, business intelligence is really not necessarily the wave of the future. It is the wave of right now. So what I am going to be doing in this video is almost speaking directly to professionals in HR. I'm going to almost be speaking to professionals in HR. However, the reason why I say almost is because I'm not necessarily speaking just to those that are in HR. I am actually speaking to those that are in tech as well. The reason why that is so important to clarify that small piece of information is, here's the deal. If you understand business intelligence from any functional level, from any professional department, from any entrepreneurial or ownership or management observation, listen, as long as you understand what business intelligence is and you understand how to make business intelligence work as far as what we do here in the power of the BI when it comes to data visualization, you can pretty much transfer those skills to any industry, to any department, to any occupation. But what I want to do today is I'm speaking semi-directly. About 95% of what I say is going to be spoken directly to HR guys. The other 5% is pretty much technology. It's pretty much business. It's business information. Business intelligence. So I don't want you to turn the channel if you've already locked in and said, hey, I'm here, but this is not about me. This is not what I do. If you can understand what we're doing here in the example that I will be using for our HR guys, it could tremendously help you in your day-to-day as well. Anyway, so here we go again. Once again, thank you for joining in, and I look forward to moving forward with other professions as well. So here in HR, what we probably receive on a day-to-day, or we observe on a day-to-day, is pretty much an Excel spreadsheet. It's an Excel spreadsheet. And when we receive that Excel spreadsheet, of course, this is a very simple spreadsheet, and I didn't want to try to overcomplicate this thing, but understand we can make this as complicated or as simple as we need to. But at the end of the day, I just use a simple Excel spreadsheet. This is not real data, but at the end of the day, you understand HR, you pretty much going to get the picture of what you will be able to do or what you can do with business intelligence. So here, what we have is just a simple spreadsheet of some data points that can be used to create a better experience within an organization from an HR standpoint. The first thing I want to do is I want to get this information from an Excel spreadsheet to a data visualization tool. And typically, I always say, hey, there's several different business intelligence tools that are out there. And of course, there still are, and there are others that are coming about. The two that I've used are Microsoft Power BI, and the other one is Tableau. The third one that I'm familiar with, but I haven't done any direct work with as of yet, is ClickView. Now, what I'm going to say is I definitely want to put this out there. I do not work for Microsoft. I am not an employee for Microsoft. I am not a contractor for Microsoft. I have no affiliation with Microsoft outside of I am certified as a data engineer, data analyst, fabric engineer, Power BI developer under the Microsoft umbrella, but I do not work for Microsoft. But Power BI is the data visualization tool, the business intelligence tool of my choice. So that's why I am using, or I will be showing you examples here using Microsoft Power BI. with that said, now it's got all that out there in the atmosphere, so now there are no questions. The first thing I want to do is I want to get this data over into Power BI. I'm not going to be going through the step-by-step deal to show you, hey, this is what you do to get data into Power BI. If you want to get some information or you want to look at some of those videos, I do have some of those videos that are out there showing get data and bringing the data in from different locations or different data sources. So you can definitely go back. I'm not doing anything different to bring this data in. I'm using the same thing. I'm going about the same scenario to bring and get data, this particular data here in from Power BI. Now, if you haven't already liked this video, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already liked this video, subscribe to this channel. There's going to be many more to come, and there are many others that are out there that will definitely enhance your opportunities to upgrade yourself and your profession here in the days, months, and years to come. So at the end of the day, typically what we do is we'll see this data over here in an Excel spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to Power BI. I've already brought this data into Power BI. We're not going to, again, go through all of that. But what I wanted to do was show you how the data would look when you bring it into as a report here when you bring it in as data or as a table, as we would call it in tech or in business intelligence, when we bring that data in. So what I want to make sure that I'm being very clear on is that this is the exact same data. I haven't changed this data one bit. Now, there are data transformations that we are able to make and able to do when it comes to bringing the data in and creating data visualizations, but I'm not going to be going through data transformations and stuff like that. If you're interested in really learning the nitty-gritty of how to incorporate Power BI or business intelligence, but again, I do use Power BI as my business intelligence tool of choice. If you're interested in that, go over to my website, powerofthebi.com. Again, that's powerofthebi.com, and just sign up for a free webinar that I'm giving. It's called Power of the BI. It's called Power BI in a Day. It's called Power BI in a Day, and just sign up for Power BI in a Day. It's totally free. I just go through step by step of really how to integrate or how to build Power BI reports. It's again, powerofthebi.com. Go over and register one of my free webinars, and we'll get you locked in, and I can show you the data transformations. When I say transformation, I mean how do you make changes within different columns, and we'll talk about that later. I'm not going to go too deep into all of that. But at the end of the day, so what we did was, again, I'm going to show you real quick. I brought in the Excel, didn't even go in it real quick. So again, this is the Excel spreadsheet, and in the Excel spreadsheet, in the spreadsheet we have employee ID, turnover rate, time to fill, positions by days, engagement score. Let me widen that a little bit so I can read it. Engagement score, training participation percentage, absenteeism rate by days per year, diversity index percentage, and compensation competitiveness percentage. I kind of want to dress this up just a little bit so everything will be on 2 lines as opposed to some being on 3. It really doesn't make a difference, but I just like it. Make it look a little cleaner. Okay, so that's the Excel spreadsheet. Now, again, I come back over to the report that we are looking at, and let's see here. Now, you say, well, Tarad, these are not the same columns, IT and department enrollment. You're right. What I did was, to save some time, I brought this data into a current project that I was, another sample project that I was building. But here, if I click on this table, which is HR sample data, is what I'm calling it, we have the exact same views. And I'm going to get rid of these other tables as well so it doesn't get too confusing. I just wanted to give you some idea of how I built this report. So We've got employee ID, turnover rate.